Hello and welcome to Talkin Yanks. We are live until the Soto deal is announced, just like we did last night. We're going to be live until it's official. Same thing we did last night. Beebs is here. Jake might join. Joe's may join. And I'll open this up by doing some tea leaf reading for everyone to let you know the situation. Now, this is pure speculation, and all I'm doing is going off the reports in the order they're coming in and the tone of them and the subject matter of them. I am going to open up Twitter and retweet that we're live, because do we have... Okay.
Getting reports the audio is bad. I'm gonna
I
fix
might
that.
need to double click the Roadcaster and make sure it's Roadcaster and that we're plugged back in. I think you're plugged back in.
Apologies, guys. We had to change a few things going into this one, so I'll give it a shot.
That's the voice of Zach.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, yeah, it sounds like it's not coming from my mic, but it sounds good here.
I think I know why that happened.
I'm going to tweet it out then. Live until Soto is a Yankee, part 2. That's so stupid. Oh, people are going to get mad. People that don't understand things. So I'll open up the YouTube chat, and they can let me know.
Ooh, I heard the echo.
Yeah, I hear it now, too.
Well, we're back.
But it's not fixed. Oh, that.
Oh, there we go.
All right. I'm just not going to monitor, and then we're good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to be like monitor and out, but it's weird.
We're good?
I think we're good.
Timestamp this and pin it, I guess, and we can say show starts here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Today is December 6th, and we are going live until Soto's a Yankee, part 2. It's just myself, Beebs, and Z-Man is here. Beebs extended his flight over there in Nashville. Jake's driving around. He might join us at some point. Joe's was streaming on his thing. He might join us. We maybe have some guests from the office join us. There's a lot of tea leaf reading going on by anyone that follows Yankees reporters and kind of understands how they operate. And, you know, things can change. Things can change, Beebs, but I can say that my full heart believes, that's how I'll phrase this. My full heart believes that this deal and the players was agreed upon last night. And they got the owner sign off, and it was agreed upon, and it just needed to go to medicals. And that's why the reporters were abuzz, thinking they were going to get the go-ahead to report it. A little behind the scenes, Jake and I had a scoop on a Yankee signing one time, and we reached out to a reporter we know, and he was like, hey, I have that too, but the medicals aren't done. It's fucked up, and to do it before that. So we were like, okay, we don't know the game. That's why I'm out of the actually like sharing stuff we get from people anymore. I stopped
messing around with that.
So they're waiting, to get the go-ahead. And how it feels like to me is they're getting a little itchy now because the go-ahead hasn't come yet. Jack Curry's timeline is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Just bit by bit releasing the trade, basically, or what was agreed upon. Now, that can change, but I believe it was agreed upon last night, and they're just waiting. Because Jack Curry said 3 hours ago, as we reported last night, the Yankees intensified efforts to acquire Soto. Those talks have continued. A trade is likely. Keep an eye on King and Thorpe. Okay. Padres need pitchers, and those two could headline a trade. Would think Yankees will part with 4 or 5 players. That's a lot of info to be given out. Like 4 or 5 players, the 2 headlining players. Keep an eye out. And then Jack follows that up with when a trade of this magnitude, when a superstar is going for 4 or 5 other players, there's a lot to sort out. Many issues need to be resolved, including medicals. And when multiple pitchers are involved, multiple pitchers, okay, so King and Thorpe and others, those various injury histories need to be reviewed. It's all part of the process. And then 3 hours go by, and our guy Jack says, with the expectation that King and Thorpe would be included, which is set because of him. Like that, he laid out, like, you know, the only reason the public is expecting that is because Jack gave us those names. My hunch is that means Schmidt and Hampton won't be moved. I could see Brito and Vasquez being dealt. And since the Padres could use a catcher, perhaps Yankees move one of their catchers as part of the deal too. To me, that's the trade. And basically, Jack is like, hey, this is the names you told me last night, and give me the fucking go-ahead because I'm getting antsy. So we could be totally wrong here, or it could be right. That's what they agreed apart, but things changed overnight, and they're changing it. But, man, that's a lot of tweets in a row, kind of massaging the same point without saying for certain by Curry. So, and then Morosi followed up saying the same stuff, and it felt like they were kind of like, hey, let's do this. It's a lot of pitching depth, if that's true. I hate giving up Kinger. I like him. They keep Schmidt. I'm interested, if that's true, that Brito and Vasquez both go, because that's a lot of depth right there. And we did way back, our trade way back was King. No, our trade way back was Schmidt, Thorpe, and Higgy. But we also had the Yankees eating the Cronenworth salary.
We had them eating a ton.
So without eating the Cronenworth salary, they're giving up 2 more pitchers. So we were pretty close to it. But they traded King for Schmidt.
So proud of us.
Yeah, catcher going in the deal. They have so many catchers right now. So that we're just waiting for more to happen where they say this is what's happening. But that is like kind of everyone on Twitter and all the reporters that are following closely. It's kind of the zeitgeist of like how people are reading these tweets.
Yeah. It's feels like everybody knows it and is begging to be able to say this is it and that it happened and that we're good.
Yes. I am excited because I love Juan Soto.
Like we say this about probably too many people and players, but he actually is like the best ever.
Oh, he's awesome. I mean, he's at a 400 on base percentage every year of his career, besides one where he was 388. I mean, it's like the on base from a lefty is amazing. Totally commands the game, makes people play at his speed. I really love everything about Juan Soto's offensive game. The other fallback, you know, if this is the move, and I don't know, we're just talking, we could make ourselves look dumb here for sure, and that's hilarious, and we know that. But if we take this move at face value that this is what's going to happen, it excites me a little because that's so much pitching depth. Like, that's so much pitching depth that the Yanks have to go make a move. They have to go get Yamamoto. Although, we tried to work this out. The only way, if they make this move, the only way they can go get Yamamoto is, one, Hal goes over the Cohen tax, over $293 million, or they trade one of Canely or Clay Holmes and front load Yamamoto's contract the way the Cardinals did Sonny Gray. Because Clay's making $6 million and Canely's making $5 million. And if they get Juan Soto, they have around $13 million to work with, and they're not going to get $13 million AAV. But if they can get it up to like 18 year one, and then it jumps up to 20, then 25, 30, 30, they could do funky math to get Yamamoto and stay under, but it would still be very close.
And then assume, and this is new math with like the Verdugo money too, right?
I have the Verdugo money in there, and I have King.
I haven't been able to even think about
and this money has King and Higgy off, which is around like $6 million between the three of them. You know, we did very.
So I guess they're a net like $6 more million with that and Verdugo move.
Yeah.
Like straight, like without like any other major ads. I remember the storyline being like, all right, you're gonna have to thread a pretty perfect needle to get under that if you were going to do Yamamoto.
Yeah.
So it was always a near impossible task, and now it feels like definitively impossible. I
And
guess not definitive because that's a big word, but
and then the roster crunch gets super interesting. Okay, so if you don't get I keep saying Yamamoto now. If you don't get Yamamoto because you don't want to go over the tax and you can't move pieces, then you're probably going to go look at that pool of free agents that's probably going to get 10 mil per year, right? And bolster the staff that way.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
they
don't
could definitely
know,
like volume and get like two or three of those guys, and
a
keep the
Giolito is interesting. You know, a Giolito, an Erod, those are going to be more costly. I don't know if they can even fit unless you do funky stuff. Frankie Montas would actually fit now. Like if you just want to roll the dice on him, that would suck, but he would fit.
for what like the price point is, and all these guys expected to do 1 year deals, and where each guy's at between health and performance. Just Frankie's easy to see happening.
I think they're going to have to go over the tax.
I think so.
Because the other issue there, Beebs, is if, say, they don't want to go over the tax, so they don't get Yamamoto, they're going to have to get pitching because their depth's shot now. So then this pitching is going to bring them really close to the tax. And so that's still a little dangerous. Okay, so they don't want to do that. Say they want to trade for pitching. The only trade pieces they have left offensively are Peraza. Say there's other minor leaguers that the Brewers like, and you can get Peraza and Burns. I don't even think that's likely, but say you want to do that. Well, now you have
trade.
Now you have no bench at all, and the only way you would fill your bench then is by going and signing some veterans who are gonna fuck up the tax.
Yeah.
So I think they are gonna have to go over the 293 Cohen tax and see what happens. Because the problem now, if this trade is finalized, is they have no depth offensively because they already didn't. They didn't even have a lineup. And pitching, they have no depth.
Yeah, and I guess all things considered, we are still fairly early in the offseason, so they have time to go address that if this moves quickly, and Yamamoto one way or another is choosing in the next 3 to 4 weeks. So they will have time to respond to that and build depth and do the kind of moves we know the Yankees got a little too addicted to doing with the, here's a guy that we like that you don't even know is good yet.
Yeah.
And you can mess around on the margins there if you want. But when you've done, assuming this move happens today and dream world that next move happens with Yamamoto, you have some freedom to mess around on my end if you're Brian Cashman.
Greg B just tweeted at me that he believes luxury tax is based on AAV, but that's
it is. Luxury tax is AAV.
But what is all the why do they front load?
That's so if you are trying to move off it later, because when you're trading a contract, the acquiring team they changed this rule with the most recent CBA,
This is new. Okay.
The acquiring team, it's not the AAV over the whole contract; it's the AAV over what's left.
Oh yes. Okay.
Yes.
So you front.
In the past, it was whatever the full length AAV was, no matter what.
Okay. Well, yeah. According to Fangraphs, they're at 256 right now, and then we did very rough math on it. Like Soto makes 30 something, close to and then
very loose math and mid-season moves, prospects.
If you're looking at the lineup, if this move happens, if you're looking at the Yankees, you have in the outfield Verdugo, Judge, Soto, until Martian's healthy.
Yeah.
And then in the infield, DJ, Boone said he's at third base.
Yeah, he called him the third baseman.
Volpe.
But yep.
DJ, Volpe, Glaber, Rizzo.
Mhm.
Behind the plate, platoon of Trevino and Wells. Your bench is really not great. You have Trevino or Wells. You have Peraza. I like him as a bench piece.
Has the skill set for it.
Skill set, defensive replacement, pinch hitter, blah, blah, blah. Oswaldo Cabrera. Now, he can play every position, but, I think
Defensively, that
I like
sure.
I like Cabrera. I think he needs to start in AAA and you need to get more depth because you will run into injuries. And then it's Florial or Oscar Gonzalez, whoever they decide to keep around. I think it's going to be Oscar Gonzalez.
Yeah,
and Florial's gone.
I would honestly guess neither. Gonzalez is going to be up and down all year, I think, and I think they will still look to add something on the guy on like a vet center fielder market.
Yeah, I mean the depth
They're
is just
out of,
not
like,
great.
Kiermaier, I would say, but
The depth and offensively is just not great because they didn't even have a lineup that was great.
yeah, they didn't have depth previously, so now they kind of have like a base lineup that I can talk about.
How do you feel about the lineup if this move happens and Soto's in there? I mean, is it going to be Glaber / Verdugo leadoff, depending on the pitcher?
Left-right stuff.
And then Judge, and then Soto, and then Stanton, and then Rizzo, and then DJ, and then Volpe.
Yeah.
Or I think it would be
catcher than Volpe.
if it's a righty pitcher, you would go Wells 7 or no, wait, we got to put Glaber Verdugo in the back end too.
Yeah, whichever the other is.
Would they go 6 and DJ 7?
Yeah, it's
and then you would go like Wells Volpe, or if it's a lefty pitcher, you would go Volpe Trevino. Or maybe you just keep Volpe back there. That would be nice. Just keep him back there. Speed on
their baseline lineup is a team that can actually like bat Volpe ninth, because there were times last year where even as much as he struggled, you kind of couldn't.
Verdugo, Judge, Soto, Stanton, Rizzo, Glaber. I mean, that is. I don't know if DJ's going to go that low.
Yeah, it's a weird. The like kind of elephant in the room, I guess, when you start talking about the lineup is it's tough that you just know Stanton's going to be 4 or 5 if he's playing. Because one of DJ or Glaber is going to be simply too low. If Verdugo is a leadoff option, which he's definitely an option.
Yeah.
One of those guys is too low, which is, I think, where we've come from this past year and change of a team that has one guy that hits.
But it is nice having 4 lefties when a righty is pitching.
4 lefties that are like,
and three of them being MLB average / above average / highly above average lefties.
Impact lefties. So like coming into last year, even Rizzo was the only lefty that like game plan was a lefty who like act like will be a plus when he hits. And obviously the season went the way it did. I'm choosing to blame the concussions almost fully, and coming to next year with that plan. But they have lefties again.
So have they announced this yet?
Forever. No. My understand. I guess. Okay. Some other notes that we, I guess, should address since last night. It's been made clear the Yankees will keep Verdugo.
Yeah, he's not part of this.
There's been talk about him and Judge both being like the center fielder. I've seen tweets both ways. We can talk about that a little bit. We can talk about.
I'm getting frustrated. I was asking Zoe and Jack about Verdugo's defense, and they were like, "Yeah, he's pretty good. He plays right field." I'm getting frustrated with people not understanding that the difference. Like, so I keep seeing he doesn't play left field. Yeah, at Fenway, because that's where you put Manny
Guys
Ramirez and JD Martinez
He's played a lot of left field.
and Hanley Ramirez. Is that who I'm thinking of? Like
They stuck Hanley out there.
yeah,
Like Red Sox left field is a very different thing.
it's not even outfield. It's like catch fly
Second
balls and
shortstop.
turn around and grab a ball. Right field in Fenway is for the rangier outfielder. Left field in Yankee Stadium is for the rangier outfielder. So he can play left field at Yankee Stadium. I actually, this is a Hoke tweet from 2 hours ago. Boone's reaction to the trade for Verdugo. I'm going to play this audio for people.
Play that audio.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. He's actually been a guy that we've talked about now for a while, and we're finally able to get something done there. Just he's been a guy that done some things against us. I think he's a really good two-way player. Defends well in the corners, and obviously really good bat to ball, left-handed. I feel like there's an edge he plays the game with. So I'm excited about this. Like I said, it's been a guy that we've kind of tried in the past, and to be able to get it done, I'm
All right.
really happy about it.
Hey, wake up, Booney.
Yeah.
That was a guy asleep.
Yeah. I guess that kind of matches the energy he gave when he said hi to you through us this morning. Joel Sherman walked by, had buried in a phone. Obvious, but just needed to be said.
Are they going to get Yamamoto?
The way they're talking about him yesterday, they seem like they will go to the finish line on that. Whether or not they get him, I guess is up to him.
I'll repeat something I was saying. Last night. I'm bullish on how bullish the Yankees are. They're walking around so cocky. Other quotes, besides that interview where Boone fell asleep by accident, they've just been like peacocking.
They're
A rival GM or a Yankee GM told Clappish, was it? Or someone told Clappish that the Yankees are going around telling everyone they're way ahead. Now they can miss out.
Yeah.
Cohen just went to Japan to see Yamamoto. Well, Cashman did that 8 months ago, Steve. You're late. You're like the last guy to do that. Giants, Blue Jays, everyone else already did that trip. Real slow. What, you got another company to run or something? So I'm excited that the Yankees are excited, and I'm excited that Soto might be a Yankee. Another storyline, Beebs, is if this deal goes through and Soto joins the Yankees, we have ourselves a hungry team. We have ourselves 5 guys in the starting 9 playing for contracts. Rizzo's playing for, an option or a free agent year. Soto would be playing for his next contract. Not really, because he's going to get a bag no matter what. Glaber's playing for a contract.
An all-time deal.
Glaber's playing. Verdugo's playing for a contract.
This is lower on the totem pole, I guess. Trevino this is his walk year.
It's his walk year. It's like the walk year Yanks.
Walk year Yanks has the potential to be so fun.
If you believe in hunger, they saw what just happened to Sevy. They don't want that to happen. If Sevy had a great year, he's probably getting $50 million minimum.
Minimum, like starting point.
Yeah, it would be two back-to-back good years for him.
I mean, think about how that year went, and he got more than 20% to $50 million.
Yeah, I mean, what did Rodon do off 2 good years?
Yeah.
Yeah, Verdugo, Torres would be walking. Trevino has another year, actually.
He's 2 more?
Yep, he's got this and then the next one. That's why Higgy's probably part of this trade.
Yeah. Well, they have as currently.
So it would be 4. It'd be Soto, Rizzo, Verdugo, Glaber. The 3 lefties. Damn, that means next year the Yanks are going to have to go back to work.
Yeah, well, there's 2 of them I'd feel very good about them reuniting one way or another, and also I think by a year from now we'll ideal world, and it's a problem for a year from now, but Austin Wells maybe has become part of the 2025 plans, so that's hopefully one more impact lefty. I'm not worried about that right now though.
Yeah, I am. I need them to go over the Cohen tax because otherwise I don't see how they fill the rotation out because they're losing.
There's tweets going right now from Martino and some others talking about how if it sounds like they are very much willing to break that seal.
Is Martino listening? Is he answering our questions live?
A little bit. Would the Yankees exceed a $300 payroll? He meant million. If they can add Yamamoto to Juan Soto, yes. Sources familiar with how Steinbrenner's thinking say, will still be on Yamamoto after Soto.
Okay.
So I guess yeah. Worry about it when they don't get him, and if are you willing to still add a lot if you don't get that guy? But they sure are going to be hungrier for him after trading away all this pitching depth, as we said earlier.
Yamamoto, let's do it. And then still you need more depth.
Still you need more depth.
Because the rotation right now has King and Clark in it. And Brito, Vasquez, and Thorpe would be the next 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're trading 4 of your top 8 guys. Say those are the 8 starters. You're trading 4 of them. You have Cole, Rodon, Nestor, Clark, and that's what you have. Luis Heel slides into the 5.
Yeah. I'd be honest, him at 7-8 is a bit more appealing coming off the injury.
They won't stay that way, but that's what you have. So they need to go get arms. So they got to get Yamamoto. Even if they get Yamamoto, then you got to
need 2.
You still got to go get a flyer somewhere. Or you just trade for you trade for a AAA guy that you think has upside, or I don't know. Or you still need bodies. You have a lot of spring training invites.
Yeah, you need to bring in arms that, if push comes to shove, you're comfortable with them actually starting.
I'm looking at the guys that are expected to get a 1 year, less than $10 million option starting pitchers.
Frankie looks a lot more interesting, huh?
And this has made me think this is the way it's going. It might be Yamamoto and Montas. Or Yamamoto.
Value level doesn't sound crazy.
Yamamoto and Paxton. Yamamoto and Martin Perez. That's the 1 year less than $8 million. Or Jake Odorizzi, Alex Wood.
Yeah,
some of those guys, just to be an arm.
Yeah, and obviously we've said this a ton, both around the office and on this program. But they, even with this great start to an offseason, all that on both sides of the ball, they are relying heavily on guys bouncing back to forms we've seen them in previously that they were not near last year.
Yeah.
They on the pitching end, Rodon, Nestor, the immediate 2 that come to mind. Offensively, Stanton needs to be better. We need more from the catching position. DJ needs to be at second half DJ.
They go grab Michael Lorenzen, and he's like, hey, you're going to be the 6th starter, but you're being the bullpen to start.
That would check some boxes.
I don't think he'd like it. He's probably like, I want to be a starter.
I want to come in as a starter, which
I'd rather start for the Royals than do that for you. Maybe.
Trade for me mid-season after I show you I'm your starter. But I don't know, if you get some weird options on it for him, and you're promising him 2 years, there's commotion.
there's
There's
commotion there.
a door here. There's a door here that the doors we face, they lock behind them, and then if people don't get to go in through those doors while they are open, they have to go like all the way around to get into the main press room. So a lot of people sprint like 15 feet to catch that before it closes, and it's very funny.
I like that. You know, got the hustling, got to work. Did you guys go to the bar last night at all and like hang out with people?
We were at the bar before, which people might have noticed at the beginning of our stream.
Is it is it like a one bar thing? Like
There's at least 2 bars where people are like congregating at night. And the Kirsch dog walking by.
Nice.
So we have popped in at both of those. There's one like nice bar that like at the steakhouse where I would guess some business has been happening there, but not necessarily a hangout type bar. Because this place is like I don't know how to describe enough how big and massive it is. There's 3 different Starbucks in this place.
Oh wow, that sounds too big.
There's a lot of restaurants, a lot of shops. I feel like every time I walk anywhere, I go through like 4 different biomes, different environments. So it's been crazy to try to navigate and like describe to people what this place is like. So a lot of bars and a lot of people. And then after the episode, we lingered at the bar again for a little bit. I was talking to some writers at The Athletic, and they were very nice and are big fans. So
I like them. I like a lot of.
There's Mark Courig. He said hi.
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah.
He's
like in charge
the
of
head of baseball at The Athletic now. He got bumped up, right?
Yeah, because I was talking to our friend Nesbitt for a while. Craig rolls through and he said, "Oh, my boss is here," and then Craig came over and immediately was like in a fun, silly mood. And I was like,
Nice.
good boss.
It's because some news happened.
Finally, the air was let out of the building a little bit in like a pressure relieving way, and people could be a little sillier.
If by 2:00 this isn't announced, I start getting worried.
Part 3?
If by 2:00 this isn't announced, then I start worrying about a Cliff Lee, Matt Adams situation. Is it Matt Adams?
David Adams is the one that
Adams, yeah.
Ended up not trading.
For those that don't know, the Yankees had a deal in place for Cliff Lee, and it fell through. And it would have been awesome. It would have changed the Yankees' year, because then he went to the Rangers and beat the Yankees in the CS, right?
Yeah, they lost the team that then got him. Do you see the video Jake sent us?
No.
He sent us a video. He is on a boat, and he said checking in is more complicated than you might think.
If he's coming at all, he might be delayed.
Yeah, it could be a little bit. Very nice day on the water.
Wow. He is on a boat.
And stuff. Should we talk?
This looks like low
defense?
water. Defense?
Yeah, the Yankees' outfield defense is the next step conversation that I've been kind of putting my full thoughts into, because I've been just wanting Soto to happen.
Is there a righty center fielder out there that would be cheap?
Have you considered Harrison Bader?
Interesting. I don't like it, but let me look up. I'm gonna toggle the free. What I'm trying to find is someone to platoon with Verdugo that can play center field. Right? Yeah, that
would be interesting.
So I want them to bat right or switch, I guess. Hicks.
There's another trade that we know they were interested in doing. I'm curious what the appetite on trades and how deep they can go on them is after this one, but we know they were like after a Dylan Carlson type
But they don't have much to trade after this.
Yeah, I guess that would be just too big of a trade.
They don't have much to trade at all after this.
Bader
Bader
mashed lefties.
yeah. Bader mashed lefties?
His left-right splits were extreme last year.
Really?
And he was like very good against lefties. I think still, even after they cooled off at the beginning, and just righties. He, at least with the Yankees in particular, he did not hit.
In 2022, he was better versus righties, but it still wasn't good.
I feel like coming in, I was told he had like a reverse splits thing, and then last year
he was great versus lefties. Holy shit!
Yeah,
he 299 batting average, 361 OBP, 575 slug, for a 936 OPS. I don't know if he wants to sign to be a platoon, because you also got to remember that Martian's going to come back, and then he's going to be in the outfield mix.
Yeah.
At that time. So I wonder, they just don't have Florio or Oscar Gonzalez. And I don't know. And
Gonzalez isn't the center field option.
I think they like those guys at AAA to be that, but not at the MLB level. So I'm trying to find kind of righty bats that can play center field. That'll be cheap. I don't even know. Like a Talkman.
Blake Taylor.
Oh, Michael A. Taylor. He's expected to get $7 million a year
For Cohen taxing.
Yeah, it's Taylor, Bader, Duvall.
Yeah. And people are chattering
Grichuk.
about. This is like Boone had quotes about Grichuk. Boone had quotes about being very comfortable playing Judge every day in center, which.
Hey, I believe them because
I believe them. They've done it.
Judge doesn't play what looks like a visually exhausting center field. Like,
if they're comfortable with that being the center fielder,
it takes them 5 strides to get where it takes Bader 20.
Michael A. Taylor also mashed lefties, as people are saying.
I'm interested if that type of pickup, and they're the 4th outfielder, and they can start versus lefties, which is less of the time, and they could also defensive replace Verdugo or just to get Judge out of center field.
Whoever needs the innings off their feet.
Yeah.
Sorting thoughts. I believe there was reporting that, I think I saw Greg Joyce say it, that they are planning to primarily play Soto in right, which makes sense and matches what people say the eye test looks like.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded like they're very comfortable with Judge in center, and we've seen them do that, and that makes sense. Probably their best ability-wise defensive outfield is Verdugo, Judge, Soto. I saw some amount of tweets saying they are not against Verdugo in center, which I suppose you're comfortable with the way Judge plays center. Verdugo has more pure range, so okay. I'm not dismissing it. And if that's the case, are they going to play Verdugo there more since he's going to just be here the 1 year and you have Judge still 8 more years? Don't run him down too much.
You would think so. If
they're comfortable with him doing it at all.
They played IKF
to have a platoon anyway.
I mean, who played center field for the Yanks last year? I know we did IKF's numbers.
Judge a lot before the injury and then never again.
I think you're going to be.
They had IKF, Billy McKinney, who hadn't done center field work before, not classically trained.
I think you're going to be scared when I tell you who got all the reps in center field. I think it's going to scare you.
I think it is going to scare me. Dominguez got a week.
Oh, my goodness, he did.
McKinney got center field time.
Here it is. Game started. Harrison Bader, 76.
Sure.
IKF, 29.
Mm-hmm.
Florio, 18.
Got his run at the end, yeah.
Judge 16. Dominguez 8. McKinney 8. Hicks 5. Greg Allen 2.
Greg Allen.
Florial and IKF combined for 430 innings in center
Jeez.
field. Last year's team was pretty bad.
Because that
434 innings.
Yeah.
434 innings between IKF and Florial in center field last year.
at least
If you
And-
divide,
and
if you divide
IKF
that by
is
9, that's 48 games.
Florial, at least classically trained center fielder.
Yeah.
IKF did an admirable job in his first time ever having to do it defensively. Neither of them hit.
Oh my God! What if IKF's the
There's
outfield?
competition, Jim. There's 11 other teams besides the Yankees involved.
That is true. It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Trying to get him.
If 12 teams are in on you, that feels like no teams are in on you.
Have you checked Twitter at all?
I gave a refresh a minute ago. A little antsy.
Because I feel like we should be there.
Feels like there was a half-yard line tweet. There was people were there's that run of successive tweets from everybody. Made it feel like stuff's happening.
Oh, the Cohen tax is bumped up this year, $5 million from 293 to 297. So that gives them some wiggle room. And
So a little more.
if they're looking to go over it too, like you don't want to go every dollar you go over it gets taxed like 70% or whatever the fuck it is. So
I
you
think
know,
so.
so
But
that
it's just the money over that. So
yeah, but
that-
that's $5 million less where you have to pay 70 cents on the dollar or whatever.
sure, yeah. An additional 70 cents on the dollar that goes to whatever
I keep getting a lot of Padres fans
opponent.
telling me that like the New York writers are delusional. Like they're acting like all of this is just wrong.
That's
Wait, hey, it could be. They could be right.
I mean, sure. I'll keep an open mind. What do they think is wrong? Just that are they still thinking just no trade?
I guess so. Should we call Ryan Cohen?
They still think it has to be Dominguez for 1 year?
I don't know.
'Cause that's not how the math works.
Should we get Canobio in here to get his thoughts? Is he around?
He's in range. I would grab him. I'm
Because
interested.
I'll go live to 2:00, but it's kind of warm in the studio, and I haven't eaten any food, and I'm fading.
I do know how to crank that AC, but I'm not there to do it.
But 2:00 is when this has to happen. Before I think everything I said at the start of the stream, I'm not bullish on anymore. I think something went happening with the medicals, someone's balking, something's happening, because if that was decided on last night, which we've been told, and it seems, then for it to take this long is not good.
Yeah, we're entering a delicate emotional time.
Cohen texted,
Where
he
the- where
said
the-
he's listening, we are in
we can
denial.
blink very quick.
So they're just in
just
denial.
talking contact
Yeah.
stuff.
I'm going to take this hoodie off because I am as hot as a person can be in this studio right now. And then I'm going to take a bite of my food that's right next to me. I've just been staring at it this whole time.
Yeah,
So you got
I'm gonna investigate if we can get the AC on in here.
investigate getting the AC. You take your hoodie off. So what? There's one question from Peter Fiverson. With the way modern athletes seem to have season-ending surgeries with such regularity, see Aaron Rodgers, shouldn't we just give all for Soto? I don't know what that means. Give all for Soto. Dominguez 100% not involved. Yeah. So I think I have to do nothing with that question. I'd love to think about it
Heyman.
more.
People are saying Heyman.
Heyman tweet, refreshing. Yankees and Padres are working to finalize Juan Soto deal perhaps today. King and Thorpe expected to be part of the package heading to San Diego.
Heyman, you're fucking late.
No way. Credit to Jack Curry.
Heyman just said what all the reporters said an hour ago.
I wanted that to be something so bad.
The
AC is on its way.
Our chat just disappointed me. I can't believe what you guys just did to me. That's fucked up.
Crazy.
I have him muted. I had to go look through a muted account because you made me think he broke it. And all he did was say the same thing that Morosi and Curry and I said earlier. And I was like, shit, egg on my face for muting Heyman when he's going to like be the one to get this. And now it's egg on everyone else's face. Shame on the chat. We need to mute people saying Heyman tweet in the chat. It's illegal.
I can do that.
Those words are null and void around here.
And the chat needs to learn the rule. If you're directing specifically Jimmy, but really any of us to a Heyman tweet, it better be news, funny, or like the rare, like actual informative rumor, which he was a little better this year as I've been tracking any tweet I can. This year, I felt like he at least gave some nuggets on something. Yeah. And a few nothings mixed.
No knock on his articles, no knock on his appearances on TV.
His actual writing is great.
But I
know he has the info.
If you make me go unmute his Twitter, then it better be worth it.
Hell. Looks like we might have special guests.
We have a special guest?
Oh, yeah. Oh. Jake from Cespedes Family Barbecue is here.
Oh.
I looked into getting Dan Canobio on the show, but he is recording Inside Boxing Live right now.
Go check it out, all you boxing fans out there.
Check out Inside Boxing Live if you like boxing or think you might.
Wow, the AC is pumping. That's great.
That's great.
That's great news.
It's been a pretty consistent AC in here that I saw that I've overheard some people being like, AC's kind of really pumping, which I don't mind.
I mean, Nashville's got to get pretty hot, right?
So this whole place is kind of just one big greenhouse. And I haven't been able to be like outside much. The mornings and nights when I've gotten to taste outside, it's been quite cold. Warmer and less of a biting cold than New York, but
window's a little overrated sometimes. Sometimes people go overboard.
The whole place, like straight up, is a greenhouse.
Jimmy, what do you think of Jamer for the Yanks? Well, I was interested, but if they make this Soto trade, they're probably out on that, and they said DJ was the third baseman. So if they then trade, but they're not going to trade DJ.
Yankees are usually honest about that. Well, if you traded Glaber and DJ plays second, but you played so little second last year.
I think DJ fits this lineup. Like if he can hit like he did last year. Joe's with a great tweet. 3 seconds ago, Joe's McFly tweeted, Yankees and Padres are hammering out details to finalize a Juan Soto deal today. Perhaps. King and Thorpe plus, said to be part of a pros package and heading to San Diego to be Padres. Jack Curry on it.
He got it.
Do you think the Padres are going to throw another person in?
I wonder who else they'd slip in.
Oh, wow. Someone on Twitter, Joey D'Lo, just thought they were being part of the game, and they tweeted, John Heyman drops breaking news an hour late, and tagged me in it. Now you're muted. That's just the harsh reality of it. I have to take such a stand.
Seems like Talkin Yanks might have.
It's unfortunately a no-strike system.
Yeah. That is a no-strike system.
Yeah.
God damn it. What is this clip? Heyman, you're fucking late. All right. I don't love it. Then we put that on Twitter, but whatever. It's funny. At least they cut it off right there.
Good spot to cut. Because it can't be. So if Padres are putting in anything else. And we're talking MLB like roster pieces. It's not going to be Trent Grisham anymore. To have any it's not going to be like a pitcher. They're acquiring all of our pitchers. Unless they just have a guy they don't like.
I mean, it would be Grisham, but that's weird.
It would be weird at post Verdugo for Grisham to be part of this at all.
Cronenworth, but you're not sending that many players over and eating his contract.
Yeah, I saw like separate reports like now that Soto is, done, Jake Cronenworth is available. Weird way to phrase that, but that means available, but they want it to be a separate move. He's not going to be part of this. I think. Open to being surprised.
I wouldn't mind seeing the Yankees go out and get Juan Soto.
No, yeah, Jeter did say that during the postseason. It was like during a rain delay, right? They had to fill time, and Jeter was like, go get Soto. At that time, I thought it was still kind of like crazy. I was like, I don't think that's actually going to happen. Like, obviously, go get Soto, but I don't think it's going to happen. And now it seems likely.
That was still being like fairy tale land. Like, how do you fix the Yankees? Like, well, you find out Soto's available.
Yeah.
Do everything to get him. Soto available.
Yeah.
Why the?
I used to have a Google Chrome extension that auto refreshed Twitter for me instead of having to like click the top all the time. I guess I don't have that anymore because it's bothering me. You would just like scroll, it would endlessly just refresh.
Sometimes stuff like that gets updated and it disappears.
Yeah.
But that is helpful.
Why are people saying passing?
The chat's in a bad place.
Chat's in such a bad place.
There's no passing that I can see.
The chat.
The chat works. I don't see it.
The chat is forgetting that we're on the same team. They're being very disruptive to the team community right now. I'm not bullish on the chat right now.
People that I know are from the Yankees front office walking by me.
Who?
Like the media people. Not like beat reporters, like Yankees employees.
Oh, Zillow.
Wasn't Zillow, but like his guy.
Mm.
I want to say his first name John.
Boone hasn't been walking around anymore?
I haven't seen him in a little bit, but I haven't had many opportunities to leave this table.
Because, when Boone starts walking around, he's happy.
He was so happy this morning.
He's peacocking. And if he's hiding right now, maybe something's going astray. So negative, such a downer. Who said that?
You maybe if you're. Well, I don't want things going astray. We don't have to go there yet.
Oh,
You're just waiting for it to be official and bop around.
Yeah. Joe's just sent us his own tweet in a group chat and said God tier tweet.
Yeah, he seems very proud of it.
I'm going to say, did you write that?
Just his own tweet.
Dude, I almost want like a website or an app to do what Twitter used to be. It's crazy that it's not what it is anymore.
Feed-wise?
Just give me the most recent tweet in order automatically. I guess I need to find that extension again.
I've got on following tab on mobile, I've got recent tweets for everyone I'm following. Like most recent.
Me too, but
yeah.
But if I keep refreshing it just then is like gives me 7 hours old tweets.
Oh,
I don't want it to ever do that.
They know you want. They're thinking what you want is just some tweet you haven't seen yet.
Yeah, I don't get that unless it's a retweet. I still have most recent, but maybe mine is. I'm not verified, so.
Tired of infinite scrolling on Twitter and seeing the same post. Check my extension. No, I do want to see the same post unless there's something new. Whatever. I'll just keep hitting the stupid fucking button.
Yeah.
I got to do my phone. That's the problem. I just got to do my phone.
That might change it.
Because my phone has no pictures and more text, and I can just do the thumb down scroll. It's just the browser stinks. Yes. I fixed it. I just need to use my phone.
We're on it.
Millennials in your phones.
Get pictures off Twitter. That's what I say. That's my campaign.
It used to be.
They're big
Am I wrong
anti-picture.
in thinking it used to be just text?
It
Like
did.
way back? Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I
Yeah.
never had pictures.
Oh, that's nice.
People think
Yeah.
it's crazy when I
Yeah.
show them that.
Yeah, that's different.
You're
now.
just the only
Yeah.
person I've ever seen have that. I'm
Yeah, but how many tweets do you have when you open up your timeline?
Two.
2?
Where I'm looking right
visible?
now, I have 2 tweets.
See, that's just Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, they
I got
mixed
so
in
much more
ads and
info on my screen than you.
Yeah. I hate that
so much
they
more.
made the character limit longer.
Oh yeah, and people
People might hate that I said that, but
people just use it
yeah, they go
to
crazy.
see more and
Yeah.
like generate stuff.
Yeah.
They could have there was room between where they were and where they ended up at. We could have started with just upping to 200 and seeing how that felt.
Remember when it was 60?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was in like 2017. Then they went to 120, and people were like, "Whoa!"
Things were different.
This
You
is so
really
long.
had to fucking condense. You couldn't even write full words.
You had to
do
craft,
like
yeah.
shorthand.
Yeah, you had to craft the perfect tweet.
John Boy, were you a frequent caller on the
It's hard.
Howard Stern show years back? If so, or familiar, pour one out. No, I was not. And I never listened to. I've never listened to the Howard Stern show live. I've just seen like clips, but it is sad that someone passed away. So I will pour one out for them.
Caught some episodes and my mom would put it on in the car, but that was kind of my extent. Immense respect for the craft. It used to be a much stricter word or character limit, and like if you like were quote tweeting something, that counted as a lot of your characters.
Yeah, I remember that.
What a world. Yeah, 20 minutes until our 2:00 cutoff.
Yeah, we're live until he gets announced, or we'll do a part 3.
Yeah, there could be a part 3 to live until Soto's a Yankee. Part 3 could happen.
We will be live.
Lot of Boris quotes right now that mean nothing.
Yeah, they're all just Juan Soto's a good hitter in any ballpark.
Yeah, Boland.
Today was
I like Boland.
finally. It felt late. Everybody's firing that quote off, which I get why you would do it. Boris finally had his presser today, which feels late.
The
Like,
Boris
usually not.
presser is a spectacle.
It was awesome. I tweeted one picture of it that I don't think did it anywhere near justice.
I feel
Ooh, good super chat.
superior
Yeah.
that I don't go stand in that mob at the Boris press conference.
Brian Feingold in the chat says we should set another 157, or I think it's supposed to be 10:57 deadline for the deal. He's saying 157 deadline for the deal. That would be 10:57 West Coast time and a correct prediction for Jimmy.
All right. You heard that. 16 minutes until this gets official.
That's 16 minutes. So yeah, this thing's official at 10:57 San Diego time, which is the time Brian Cashman loves to operate on.
Mm-hmm. But I don't.
Hoke is talking about Garrett Cole's contract.
Oh yeah, because Boris said straight up, like the most likely situation is Cole opts out, and the Yankees have a clause where they can just tack on the 10th year, and that is the most likely thing that will happen.
Yes.
We anticipate those things are going to happen. Which, I mean, anybody who's like thought about it twice, I think
He just won the Cy Young. I mean, basically, he opts out, and the Yankees go, "Oh, here's 20 more mil or whatever."
Yeah, 36 more million. Sounds pretty good. That sounds like get to underpay him.
I will say this.
I mean, there are a lot of people walking here.
Oh yeah, it's buzzing.
There's a lot of walking.
That has to mean something.
I don't know how to show this to the people.
It could mean the wrong things.
Yeah.
I mean, it could 100% mean the
Depends
wrong
who's
thing.
walking. It depends who's BBD. Figure out, is it the reporters walking or is it the baseball people walking?
I saw reporters. I saw baseball people. I saw Joel Sherman. I can report that.
Joel Sherman's walking around?
Joel Sherman was among the people walking. I know that for a fact. And Mark Feinsand was with him. Or shortly, maybe the next cluster. He was also walking. Those are the two reporters I could identify in this lighting. And that would be relevant to this chat. It looks like Joe's text is saying, I'm a troll. So, I don't know. Sent you the video of it. I don't know what to do with that. Definitely not worth putting on the screen, but that's...
Joe's didn't know that we knew. Joe's didn't know that we knew.
He didn't realize.
He said, of course, it's
We
the
were in on
same
it.
shit every reporter is doing, rewriting the same shit. I'm a troll. Like,
Yeah.
we got it. We got it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say you're the only one I've seen.
I've got a new wave. A whole new wave of people. I don't recognize them.
So people are just, I mean, maybe there's a big convention that's getting out. I'm looking at a video
Yeah,
of Beebs.
So,
Your setup looks very familiar to the setup we had in San Diego.
yeah, it is very reminiscent. Our specific area is laid out very similar to the San Diego setup. On a whole, the winter meeting setup is very different.
That security guard looks
But
like
our-
he's chilling. That security guard to your left looks like he's just chilling.
He is just chilling. Honestly, the security's been pretty relentless. There's one lady who literally anybody not wearing the credential, she would hop out the chair to like, where's your credential?
Really?
Look at it twice, but
That's wild. They didn't do that
we're
last year.
live until he's here.
Who's that? Who are you talking to?
Some guy, a young guy walked up, pointed, and said, "Give me Soto." I said, "We are live until
They already have him.
they have him. He's here.
Yeah.
They just have to press send."
Some BBD love in the super chat.
Oh,
Appreciate that.
CH Sports, thank you very much.
Oh, okay. Boris said that Frankie Montas is fully healthy and in great demand. The Yankees are among teams who have reached out. So we already announced that. We already got it all over that.
What a terrible reason for this to be. I know what the crowd's about. The Rule
No.
5 draft is in 15 minutes.
Oh, no. That is. Oh, I don't want to call out our guy Foolish Bailey because I think he just did a whole video on this.
No, well, I've been
The,
talking to a lot
the
of people,
Rule
I think-
5 draft is a convention within a convention. Like, it's
No,
like when you go to a casino and you're like, where are the real gamblers, you know? Or you go to like, I don't know, a club and you're where are the real drugs at? Like, that's hardcore nerds.
Yeah. So I had a conversation.
I
guess
say it
don't
in
know-
a loving way, but
I
like
don't know.
you
I don't
to,
know.
to get invested in the Rule 5 draft, which, and how many times has a guy been snaked in the Rule 5 draft and been an impact player on the team that now has to use them?
It's a
every-
very small number, and it makes sense. I was reading an article on the statistics on it, which is the worst thing about me. That 2020 year, because everybody cites the year the Yankees lost Trevor Stephan and Whitlock. It's like, wow, Yanks got poached. They never protect their guys. They're like the only two guys the Yankees have ever lost that it mattered.
Whitlock's a
and
good
across-
one. Whitlock's actually the best example.
Well, he is among the very best ever. Yohan Santana was a Rule 5 draft. He's the best one. But the sorry, so much commotion. But that year, the 2020 year when nobody played, is the year that like by far the most that ever like suck up with their new team happened, because there's just no internal scouting at all that year because guys didn't play. I was talking to somebody here that you and I both know. I don't think he'd want me to just say that. I won't attach his name to it, but he was saying like, you kind of have to check out the Rule 5 draft at one of these because it is the stupidest event. It is hilariously dumb.
It's got to be.
And this year is extra stupid because this is the first year of the like COVID kids. Like we're drafted 2000. Wow.
Who gets sent? Like who's Cashman sending
Who
to
makes
do the
choice?
Rule 5 draft?
The Yankees almost never pick anybody.
And they
get a
get
couple
players
guys
picked, and they're like, whatever.
They're a team that is good at tweaking a pitcher early and helping them discover something. So I think a lot of teams know that about them and
Like
target.
the player
some-
the guy that gets sent by Cashman to go do the Rule 5 draft, his reaction is fuck. I gotta go sit for this meeting.
Yeah, on the last day when people are trying to
Be live until Soto is a Yankee.
Somebody commented Randy Miller funny tweet, which I'm interested in. I could use some levity. I mean, how many people need to go to the Rule 5 draft? Come on, guys. A friend of a friend. This is the Randy Miller tweet. A friend of a friend just talked to Juan Soto's dad. Juan Soto Sr. says trade is happening between Yankees and Padres. That was whimsical.
What? I don't even get that one.
Yeah, it was kind of nothing, but it was an attempt at a joke that at least it was over the top.
I mean, we got a couple minutes, and I got to see Curry's tempo, mood when Hot Stove opens. Can we put it on in here? Does this TV exist?
That TV's on cable, yeah.
And because if he seems a little irked, then we might have to make a going live until Soto's Yankee Part 3.
Yeah, we could be postponing till a Part 3.
Because there should be news right now. For sure.
By now, there should be news. Where? Oh. How long have we been going?
And also, it needs to happen today because we got a big day in the warehouse tomorrow. So, there's a studio there. We can figure it out. But
if it happened after the shoot, that'd work.
We're on opposing teams, just to let you know.
Tomorrow?
In the game 1, opposing teams for the broadcast test. And game 2, which is a coach's clinic, you're on Team Jack, not Team Jimmy. So, yeah.
Okay.
And then, we are on the same team in the new sport that we invented on Monday that we're going to teach you guys.
Are we trying that?
After lunch.
How many total games are we playing tomorrow? Or different broadcast tests are we doing tomorrow? I guess is the question.
Standard game. 2 innings, 3 overs per inning.
Mm.
And then it's not really like a full broadcast test. It's more for the players to get acclimated and for Ronnie just to practice the switching. So it'll be 1 inning, but 6 over innings. And it's 5v5 with me as a coach and Doyle as a coach, like helping with strategy and all that stuff.
I like that. So 2 games we're going to play in the morning, 1 game after lunch?
No. Oh, and then after lunch, we're going to switch sports to
different sport.
Some working titles of the new sport: pavement polo, bounce ball, slap ball, slop ball, ball.
I know we want ball in the name, right?
Yeah, because we have floor ball, blitz ball, ball in play. But pavement
will have a ball.
Pavement polo was cool when it resembled polo more, but that kind of doesn't anymore. I think you're gonna like it. Joe's was pretty good.
Of it, I love.
Well, you know what?
I've been excited since we first conceptualized it. It's how it's evolved.
You're gonna be on my team, and you and I'm going to recruit you to play double goalie with me.
Okay.
It's not really double goalie. It's more like two deep defenders playing like a swivel. Like if they got
Is there a real goalie in that game?
No, I've leaned into the concept that one person has to stay in the defensive zone, but you could just put 4 in front of the net if you want, like you can in soccer. But there's no like one possession, I could hang back and be the goalie, and then the next you could hang back to give the guy.
It's not like a
because
designated
you could
guy.
give them a breather. If you have someone that's your best goalie, you probably like have them be the goalie. But it's a very free flowing position, which I think is interesting.
I love the idea of it, and I cannot wait to try it.
Yeah, because Joe's and I were a tandem because we needed like extra defensive help. Like we would be pretty far outside the crease, but it would be like, if they were shooting on the left side, I would be pretty far out, and then Joe's would be goalie blocking the back door in case they passed, and then we'd kind of like weave up and down. We'll try it. It was fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
It was actually we like ran into like it became pretty fun to play. We don't know how it's going to look on camera.
Part of what we're trying tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know who that. Oh, that's the Brewers guy.
150. It's 154 now, so we got 3 minutes
3
until
minutes until 157.
But with the yes going live,
I kind of want to see. We want to see that tone. So we'll wait out the tone, I think, and see where we're at.
576, I believe.
576. I did see your text. I did read it.
Oh my God, they're interrupting the pinstripe ball for this. Who's this guy? It's not who I want to watch on Yes. Give me Curry. Wow. Winter meetings continue today at 2 p.m., followed by another edition at 10:30 p.m. immediately after Nets coverage.
There are people talking about how the Yes app showed Yankees press conference as an upcoming event, but that might have been an hour ago.
I got to tell everyone something.
Yeah.
I had to tell Jake this a bunch. I don't know if he believes it yet. I think he does now.
Probably does now.
That is not how that relationship works.
Yeah.
The Yankees are not telling Yes, hey, we're going to do this at this time. Be ready.
It's a
I
very good
know
time to-
from firsthand experience, they don't work in tandem like that. Neither with the scoreboard operator. Like Jake thought Chance Adams was a coveted prospect because the scoreboard video people played a highlight package of him during a game. It's like Cashman and Fishman in the front office have no, they don't tell the video operators, hey, promote this guy or don't promote this guy. Now Zillow may say like, hey, we're working on trading Clint, so let's stop. But like that's, people think it's
He's a guy who like is in that that kind of position where it makes sense to have a relationship with the TV network.
yeah. Yeah, people think it's all that happening at once. But it's not. So they probably just have press conferences like
Yeah.
like a that's what they call these things.
Yeah. What else are you gonna do it?
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do there? Anytime they. Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Just.
Come on, hot stove.
I can't believe how many people are going to the Rule 5 draft. I get that that's like one of like the big events here, and it's kind of the last thing. But like, we're talking 300 people easily have had to walk by me, and another wave is here.
I mean, we never stayed to see that.
We've always been out by then, and I guess they've condensed the whole thing.
Yeah.
Before seeing all these people go to it, if I was available, I would have like been like, I'll poke my head in just because I've never poked my head in, and this is like my 4th winter meetings. Oh yeah, here for it. But all these people going there, that sounds off. They're going there because it's like their job too.
Yeah.
Like I'd just be going in there because like the novelty of it, and to get us a tweet to post. So I'm good. I'm not going there.
Our internet is scrambling. If we have to watch Curry through scrambled cable, that would be nice.
That could be a really nice thing.
Here they are. No, this is still the pinch roll stuff.
Okay.
Um,
I can't. Another big wave. Oh, I'm looking at GMs. Mike Elias, Antonetti. Those are the only two GMs in that group, I guess.
and they went to the Rule 5?
They just walked by me to it. There's a chance. There's a chance I see one of our two guys with the two teams that are involved.
They walked into the Rule 5 meeting and said, "Ha! Remember those days?" and walked away.
Did you see the Martino update? Did we talk about that?
What did Martino?
It's really nothing.
50 seconds ago, sounds like a decent chance the Soto to Yankees trade will be done within a few hours. They're working on details. Hours is the operative word there.
Okay, but
Yeah.
if you try to figure out how that happens, and you have reporters constantly like, oh my God, the chat's acting like it's a real treat.
Yeah.
Something.
We've known this.
Yeah. He's just being.
The deal's already
Yeah.
done, guys. They're figuring out the paperwork. But
You're doing paperwork and
Like, if you're a reporter, all you're doing is texting your source saying, "Hey, any closer? Hey, any closer?" And
Chris Archer. Going.
eventually, every now and then, the source is going to be like, "Yeah, we're getting close." And then they go to Twitter and they're like, "It's getting close.
A little closer.
Might be a couple hours. I don't know. Could be a couple hours." Like, they're going through all the medicals and shit.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh, the same. I haven't passed this one along to you. The same lunch that Jeff passed and came over and said hi to me and Jolly while we were eating. Trev's guy Ollie came over and said hi. That was
oh,
really
hell
nice.
yeah. That's awesome.
That was
The deal is done. Some people in the chat saying the deal is done. They have not texted the reporters yet and said, "Okay,
everything's
you can
done.
you can break it.
paperwork done. A trade to
Paperwork's
this
done.
magnitude, they want it to be done before they
It's
say
official."
Ooh,
So
very
I
first
can't.
pick of the Rule 5 draft has been leaked, and the Yankees got poached.
They always get poached.
Yeah,
It's
Mitch
kind of
Spence,
crazy.
The guy that Matt Blake shouted out in September. So
Who? Wait,
Ace.
who? What was his name?
Mitch Spence.
Mitch Spence.
Yep. Matt Blake mentioned him once in September as like the next guy up from the minor leagues that could get like a chance to start a game.
Yeah.
So mentioning him by name, interesting. And then the Yankees didn't end up protecting him. Looks like he'll be the first pick.
Is Hot Stove going? We just got a black screen over here.
Yeah, but the
Okay.
Yes App logo remains, which makes me wonder if it's a Yes issue. I don't think it would be.
Could be two different feeds.
Yeah, that's true.
That is asking, is Jake currently shitting his brains out? Be honest. No, he's on a boat on his honeymoon.
Oh, it could be. We can't answer that. We don't know, but
Speaking of Matt Blake, he just walked by me.
tell him we say hi.
He's walking with the Marlins GM, Peter Bendix.
Okay. Was he the GM when they got King from the Marlins? Probably not.
No,
Absolutely
he
not.
was
He just became
hired
the GM.
last month.
Just became the GM.
From the Rays. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to pick.
Someone said it seems like Curry's not happy.
Curry doesn't seem pissed. Curry's frowning. Yeah, it's going.
Our cable's not doing good things. Okay, hold on.
Cable?
Yeah, I was switching to see if it is anything else, but
That's a GM. That's the Reds GM.
I mean, so
Dave,
Jack Curry literally. So Jack just dropped to Higgy, which he hasn't tweeted yet, but he said it on the show that Higgy's the catcher, and he said, so, and Curry just said, so it's 5-1. So like,
Brian Oak's at the table.
all right,
Hi.
what's up, Hokie?
Hear you guys. I don't know what you're saying.
Jimmy says hi.
Hi, Jimmy.
Hey,
What's up?
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Am
for it.
I right or am I right? It's a 5-for-1 trade. That's what Curry just said. He's acting as if it's already happened because it's been agreed upon. The owners have signed off on it, and we're just waiting on medicals and hoping it doesn't fall through. That's the best
Are you telling
guess.
me or are you asking me?
I'm saying that's my best guess, and I'm hoping that you say good guessing.
It sounds like a good guess. Yes.
Okay.
We don't
Now,
have that confirmed yet.
If
but
that is
sounds-
confirmed, since you've seen these go down, how long does this window have to get before we're like something went wrong?
I'm not at that point yet. I feel like there's still some time on the clock here. So I know everybody's dying for this to get done, but when you got these kind of players, you got big money here. It takes a while, and you want to make sure all your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted. But stay tuned is what I would say.
If it goes past today and it's still not
Oh, it
announced,
could absolutely go past today.
Okay, you still think that's fine?
We could let this drag out till next week. I'm
now
hoping
did you hear the theory that BBD started that the Yankees are doctoring King's X-rays and adding in bone spurs so that they switch back to Clark?
I had not heard that. That is new to me.
I don't know if that's verbatim with
This
live.
is why I tune into you guys.
Yeah.
You guys bring the heat, man.
Yeah.
You always pop something new in my head that I had not considered to this point.
BBD said he heard that on the elevator.
Right.
Sources in
One
the
of my
elevator are
classic
saying,
whisper campaigns.
"No, wait till I tell you what I heard in the bathroom."
Oof. Okay. And then Yamamoto and then Montas. That's what we decided on during this live stream. Because they need to
What about him?
they need like a $7 million 1 year guy.
Okay.
So we think they're gonna
Yamamoto's
go
not
back
that guy.
there. No, Yamamoto and then Montas to round it out.
Oh, you just get them all. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Well, they do. They lost.
Not my money.
They lost 4. If this trade's real on how the players, that's 4 of their top 8 starters.
It's a lot.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
So they would
A lot
need
to
to.
talk about.
Bad one.
They would need to go get. I think it's going to be a big veteran invite to camp spring.
Bring them all in.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great seeing you. Sorry I don't get to see you in person.
I know. I got to get going, guys. It's the Rule 5 draft, and I don't want to miss a minute of it.
Yanks just got Mitch
Yanks
Spence.
got poached.
What's that?
They took
All
Mitch
right.
Spence. Yeah.
Ah,
Rumors
And I
Mitch
missed
Spence 1-1.
I missed it.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Because of us. But we appreciate it as always.
Yeah,
Thanks,
you got it,
Talkin.
guys. I'll see
All
you.
right, see ya.
Bye.
All right. So basically, Hoke said good guessing.
Oh, kind of said that was a good guess.
I mean, Curry said Juan Soto talks very, very close to completion, and he literally said it's a 5-for-1. Like, and
So
then he dropped Higgy as the catcher.
Yeah. And so Curry people are debating pissed or not pissed. He's annoyed.
I have like, if this gets announced very soon in this session of live streaming until it happens, part
In
2.
part 2.
If it does get announced in part 2, then do we just say, all right, it's official, go back to the start of the show, we talked about it? Because I have nothing to add.
There's no news there.
We talked all through it. Like every aspect of if this happens, we've covered. Right now, we're just figuring it out. Someone said check Steinberg, and I don't even know
Oh, that's
who that is.
That's, if they're talking West Steinberg, that's a known fake account.
Oh, okay.
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
The first 2 picks of the Rule 5 draft are in, and both of them are Yankees.
That always.
Well, used to be.
Yeah.
Maybe again if they don't stick with the team, because if they ever decide that they can't start for you like right now and you have to take them off the 26-man roster, you can just get them back. But Matt Sauer was taken by the Royals with the second pick. He was a second-round pick back in the day. The Yankees were actually more into him than they were Clark. They drafted Clark in the first round because he's a senior with no leverage. And they were really interested in Sauer, and he hasn't been able to stay healthy. But this past year, I think he did.
Dude, the pitching depth is crazy gone. I mean, these guys were probably gone anyway. They didn't get protected.
Upper level. These guys don't count for that. I mean, like Mitch Spence is a guy who like maybe would have started the game this year if you get
Yankees are meeting with Yamamoto on Monday. Again, they've been telling people per Bob Clappish that they are way ahead of the pack in Yamamoto, which is very interesting because how do they know what the pack is all about? So basically, we're waiting for these medicals to get cleared up and hoping everyone's good.
Yanks skipped their Rule 5 pick because the Yankees like never pick anybody.
Maybe like one of the doctors got the shits or something. I mean, what do you just? What is like the physicians on staff just send files to each other and they look at them?
I would love to learn what the details of this stuff is. How does this process actually go? What do they look at?
Yeah, I would too.
Like
Damn, guys, don't be rude to Hokie.
It's crazy.
He tweeted the two of the picks were, the Rule 5 picks, and people are saying a little late thanks to John Boy.
Wow.
That was our fault. But he did confirm.
That's not rude to him.
I said good guessing, and he said good guessing, basically. I don't think that was verbatim, but I've done some good guessing.
Didn't call it a bad guess.
He didn't call it a bad guess.
At least he's at minimum making a very similar guess to what you're making.
Yeah.
Ollie Marmol.
I've
seen him all over the place today. He's been out and about.
Beebs, have you ever had the TV cable go crazy on you like we're getting right now?
I would love to see what that's about. I can't say I've experienced that. What it sounds like is happening.
Just a lot of skipping and glitching. If you've seen that and you had a fix,
I'm on a pretty good run with that TV.
Yeah, all right. This is what we got.
So Heyman blocked us, someone said?
Talking baseball, I think, because we posted the anniversary
of Arson Judge?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's my guess, at least.
I mean, we can't be dealing with that. Well, he's blocked me before.
Lost another guy in the Rule 5 draft.
A third?
Rangers took Carson Coleman.
What the fuck?
Oh, three depth pitchers gone, but maybe back with the way the Rule 5 draft works, and almost everybody gets returned eventually. But they will not start spring training with the Yankees.
What?
That's
Go find
great.
other guys.
Try another team.
Oh, Booney's on.
Oh, from here?
Yeah, go walk it in shot. Spray him with a squirt gun or something. Or like write a note on a baseball and toss it to him.
Yeah. Okay.
Is he really close to you?
And he can talk to you.
What's up? Oh, are you going to bother Boone?
Yeah.
Okay. I am the Yankee guy now.
Drolly. What do you think about?
This is kind of freezing up.
What do you think about Cohen going to Japan way late?
Not way late. What are you talking about? Cashman watched Yamamoto pitch. He didn't go to his house and kiss babies and shake his dad's hand and let him know what a fine young man he was. That's what Steve Cohen did.
I don't think so. I think Cohen showed up and was like, "I thought you were where's the ball?"
I think you're woefully misinformed, honestly.
Do you think this is going to happen?
My God, BBD has so many tabs open. That's why his computer's not working.
Don't. I've been trying to say that to him for 5 years.
I can't close them out because it's not my computer. But Jimmy, I wanna close out his tabs so much. He has like 10 apps open, and he's not using like any of them.
And they slowed the computer down, and it's crazy.
Slowing it down so much.
Yeah. I mean, I have tabs open a lot, like 6 maybe, at all times. Beebs has
Right
so
now,
many
I have
tabs,
5 open, and I
you
feel
can't
like-
find the X. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. He has like 3 windows open in front of me right now. I feel stressed out just looking at his screen.
Yeah, no,
This is
that's very funny that you're. I haven't seen someone see how BBD's window computer looks in a while.
It's the combination of the tabs and separate windows with multiple tabs.
Yeah, and like we've been next to
It's
each other
wild.
this entire time, and
Yeah.
I've been waiting for him to fix it, and he just won't. Like one of his tabs that he has open is just the homepage of Reddit. One of them is just Meta Business.
I just don't think
one
he
of them
ever
is a-
closes them, so he just always opens a new one.
Yeah, I don't want to.
One of them is a trailer for The Boys season 4. Like there's so much nothing.
I don't
here.
want to blow up his spot, but it is crazy.
No, he's tab
Yeah.
king, and like there's probably a lot of
Yeah.
metadata or whatever, like cache slowing that stuff down.
Mario Kart video. Open. Someone asked if any of it's Pornhub. No. BBD is a man of virtue. He's clean. Yeah, one of them is Square Dole. I don't even know what that is. It's not a real word.
What was that like?
Yeah. BBD said he checked and Boone is not by the Yes booth.
Oh, so it's
currently.
It
pre-recorded.
was when I
maybe?
walked by before. I listened.
He
in,
might have just finished.
A lot was being said.
Meredith
Uh-huh.
is there.
Meredith is there. Meredith is also very nice. She said hi to us.
She is nice.
Yes, people are very nice. So are the SNY people. And the New York beat. Just in general. Everyone's pretty nice.
This is kind of killing my day. I think I have a meeting soon.
You always have a meeting. You guys love meetings.
I hate meetings, Johnny.
You and the sales team are like, do we have something to say to each other? Let's have a meeting for an hour.
Feels like a lot of meetings.
I hate
Aw.
meetings. I'm out on meetings.
That's made their pick in the Rule 5 draft.
What Yankee did they take?
They took a Ranger because they know to take from the champs.
Mm.
Justin Slayton.
Wait, what
okay.
time? I just opened my phone to check the meeting and then I forgot about it. I have a meeting at 2:30. It's 2:15. And this means I didn't get anything done today. So that's a bad feeling.
You know who's never in a meeting? Me or Zach. And it's pretty cool.
You're in meetings.
Ever in meetings. No way.
Rare meetings.
My annual review meeting with Jake was literally 10 minutes. And he was like, let's get out of here.
Yeah. But that's because you do some meetings along the way.
No way.
Yeah.
BBD, you need to have an intervention about you and how many windows you have open on your computer. It is
We are not talking about that.
slowing your computer down.
Slowing your computer. It's no, dude. This is
Considerable
on a
degree.
delay. It's not slow.
You have dead windows open of Mario Kart videos and The Boys
Don't-
season 4.
I've never watched The Boys.
What's that? It's The Boys.
I don't know.
Maybe someone was using your computer overnight.
Does he know? It's crazy.
It's a
So
YouTube video about the title started with The Boys.
The Boys of Summer,
Not the
Don
show.
Henley on repeat. Well, I have news. I have 10 minutes until this session ends.
That sounds right.
Because then I have to go. I will say, the end of this, we're just waiting. The beginning of this episode was a ton of really good
It was good.
chatter about if this trade happens, what it means. So I'm happy about that.
We got an episode out of that.
Yeah.
Jack Curry tweeted. He retweeted his clip from Yes.
What'd he do?
He just retweeted his own clip, which is a good clip, but that's not Jack Curry tweeting.
The Yankees guy that got taken missed all of.
I think a lot of the guys that get targeted are guys that like might even start the year still hurt because you can put them on the
Oh, it
roster.
buys you more time.
Yeah, if they're gonna start the year hurt, you like theoretically can just IL them for a while.
Man, it's getting sad.
Just annoying.
Like that Randy Miller thing. A friend of a friend just talked to Juan Soto's dad. Juan Soto says trade is happening. Yes, we know.
You know, I
Like
thought that
that's
was
been established. Bob Nightingale, 11 seconds ago. Optimism, the trade will now be completed this afternoon.
It's the afternoon.
It's the afternoon.
In this time zone.
Wait,
Not San
wait.
Diego.
I think Bob's just pumping his article again with a different caption.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh yeah, that is what's happening with this.
that's just him bumping his article again, right? With a different caption.
Yeah.
No way. All right. Come on. Say it. Say it's for those 5 guys. And then I'll just say it's done. And then I got to go and go to the start of the show.
Really, as is, even if we didn't already do like the fullest form of analysis, I really wanted the idea of ending the second it's announced and we just end. So, because we said we were going live until he's a Yankee. Maybe that's how part 3 will happen.
Ryan Dempster just tweeted the most John Heyman tweet I've ever read in my life.
Huh.
Oh, he's mocking. Okay, thank God he's mocking.
Mocking.
He's
That's good.
he's mocking the reporters. It's good. It's satire. Good job.
Ryan Dempster's funny. That's the biggest development we've gotten in this. Yankees have gotten poached once again. This is in the minor league phase, though. They lost their first baseman to the Angels. And in the minor league phase, they just get him. So there's no returning.
Oh, Jack Curry's got his laptop open.
Huh. I feel like, and I could be just wrong. I feel like I've never seen a laptop open on.
Yeah.
On like
No, yeah. Bob's just got a single piece of paper.
Red Sox selected Mickey Gasper.
I mean, the stove is wild, man. They're literally just doing the report as if it's happened, which we did.
We did this.
But like, you know, we set ourselves up for egg on our face way more willingly than Yes Network.
I mean, yeah.
Dude, honestly, Beebs, might wrap this up. I know you got a flight. I got a meeting. And if it happens in the next hour or so, I'll just post a selfie video and say,
Selfie video, link to this.
we talked all about it here. Unless the package is
First, like,
wildly
45
different.
minutes. Yeah, the package is different. We should do something else. First, like 45 minutes of this was the episode.
If the package is King, Thorpe, Brito, Vasquez, Higgy, and money, and someone said there might be another single A guy or low guy. But if that's what it is, five for one, then this whole situation was hilarious.
Yeah.
That we knew it, but had to act like it wasn't real. But every reporter was saying it, but acting like it wasn't real. If it's a different package, then that'll be interesting, and we'll hop on for a little bit.
There's a chance for throw-ins in either direction.
Yeah. Yeah. So, wow. Joe's got blocked by Randy Miller. I'm going to have to go edit my tweet. I hate to do this.
Oh, yeah.
Going to go out live until Soto's a Yankee part 2.
Yankees have made a selection in the Rule 5 draft. They took a Rockies A-level right-handed pitcher. So it's actually probably a great pick.
Oh, I can't edit it?
Because-
How come I could edit it yesterday, but I can't edit it today?
I was confused why you could edit it yesterday. Albert Abreu signed with the Cebu Lions.
Cool.
Good for Albert. Honestly, probably a good Rule 5 pick because the Rockies don't know how to.
That was
Make a pitch.
weird that I could edit it.
So we all thought you had to edit it within like 2 minutes of posting it last night, and we were all taken aback that you could edit that tweet.
Yeah. Weird. I mean, I did edit it. All right. Well, if it's a different package, we'll be back.
It's a different package. We will be back. I'll do one.
Hold on. I gotta listen to Mad Dog. I gotta listen to this. Oh man, I love that the sentiment has changed against Ohtani now. I love Ohtani.
It looks bad what he said.
Who?
Mad Dog. Like, did you see the quote?
No.
Look at the quote in the tweet. Because it's pretty.
A complete joke. This Ohtani scenario, sweepstakes, do you know when he won the MVP? He wouldn't even tell you what his dog's name was. Because he had his dog there when he won the American League MVP.
Oh.
Anybody who pays Ohtani $600 million needs their heads examined anyway. He's not going to pitch next year. He's a DH. And tell me this with Ohtani. How many times were the Angels in a pennant race in the middle of September? They won 73 games last year. He missed the last 25 games, cleared out his locker room, did not even tell you what's going on, and left the team. So anybody who goes out there and gives him $600 million needs their freaking head examined. Let's get that going here first. And what is the big secret? Geez, he's a free agent. He's talked to 6 teams. Giants. He was in Dunedin with the Blue Jays. Obviously, Roberts does that. I mean, the Cubs are in the mix. The Angels. Well, what is this, the atomic bomb? We're not allowed to find out. This is baseball. He's a celebrity. This is what it's about. This is stupid. That somehow, some way, if you reveal that you had a breakfast with Ohtani, you should be basically thrown out with the bathwater. I mean, he was good job for Roberts. And I'll tell you, a terrible job with the Dodger general manager, Stevie. This guy surprised by Roberts' decision. How about the general manager? Roberts is manager of the year. He's done a great job with the team. How about the general manager have the guts to say, you know what, give my manager credit. He had the right to say what he said. He was asked a question by the media. He didn't lie. And by the way, at the winter meetings, where he's required to talk to the media, they ask him a question. Roberts gives him the right answer, and then the GM throws him out by himself. That's a joke. This Ohtani thing is the biggest waste of time I've ever seen in my life. If you go spend $600 million for this guy, you need your head examined. He has never played a big game in September.
Dude, the atomic bomb, because he's Japanese, is bad, but obviously Oppenheimer's out, and it's a big secret, so I think he's just going that route, but it's unfortunate and not. I don't think it was intentional.
He probably didn't think that
but
through. Yeah.
I said this when Mad Dog said he would retire. Someone asked me about it on morning, and I said, I am so jealous I don't have it in me. I echo like almost all of that sentiment of what he's saying, but I just don't have it in me to get that fired up about it. But we talked about it in Talking Baseball. Ohtani's free agency is a joke right now, and the Dodgers GM made himself look like an absolute fool. I agree. I just don't have it in me to like do that character and yell.
Be fired up.
But like, I couldn't believe the GM and people were like mad at Roberts for just like answering a very, very benign question. So that's funny.
Erod's picking a team by tomorrow.
Good for Erod. All right. Well, see ya.
See you, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in. That was live streaming until Soto's a Yankee Part 2.